have reached Black Sand Beach. To the port. You have to the Black Sand Beach. To the craft disc. To the square. You have to the entrance of Moore. To the port. To the crossroad temple. You have reached to the end. To the square. To the tree line of the willow fields. You have to the crossroad. To the meadow. To the rock monolith. Dead boar. To the rock monolith. You have to the tree line of. To the magnolia. To the small river. The battle begins. Ice buffalo. Enemies fast attack. Enemies heavy attack. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. Zero. Damage suffered. Attack. Victory. Nathan. To the tree line of the. To the small river. You have iron. To the rock monolith. To the meadow. To the giant willow tree. You have to the small river. To the stone circle. To the foggy meadow. Giant willow. To the foggy meadow. You have to the entrance of the misty valley. You have reached to the foggy meadow. To the purple mists. You have to the entrance of the misty portal. Tribals, misty portal. You have reached winter sharp to the glowing purple portal. To the glowing mist. You have reached to the swamp. To the winter shaman. To the pond. You have pond. Ivy bushes. Rock. To the glowing pond. Ivy bushes. The leaves are green and moistened by fog. Pond. A silver plant emerges from the pond. Nathan collects the plant. The water of the pond looks to the glowing rock. To the glowing mist. You have to the swamp of the mist. To the pond. To the winter shaman. You have winter purple portal. You have reached purple mist to the entrance of the misty valley. You have reached to the foggy meadow. To the foggy meadow. You have reached foggy broken willow. Buffalo. The battle begins. Ice buffalo. Enemies fast attack. Enemies heavy attack. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. 28. Damage suffered. Attack. Nathan Eel. 0. Damage done. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. 0. Damage suffered. At victory! Nathan gets gold. 2. Nathan gains experience points. 125. Nathan gets ice horn, buffalo hide. Press control to continue. Broken to the giant willow tree. You have to the small river. To the stone circle. To the blacks. To the small river. You have iron box. To the rock monolith. To the meadow. To the rock monolith. You have to the tree line of the willow fields. You have to the crossroad temple. To the entrance of the red. To the square. You have to the entrance. To the port. To the black. To the craft district. You have leatherwork. The man says that for 50 coins. To the port. You have to the Black Sand Beach. You have reached Black Sand Beach. Captain Buzzard. He tells you, beware of the vipers. Be careful about putting your hands in cracks, and watch out for crumbling paths. He tells you, saving point. You saved the game. Boiling water. The seawater boils from the magma spewed into the seabed. The seawater boils from the magma spewed into the seabed. The sea. The sea is beautiful. The sea is beautiful. Dead corals. Rocks formed by dead corals emerging from the sea. They mean that in ancient times, the volcano was not as active, and the waters were still normal. Red glowing rock. It's a very hot little rock. Ah! Incandescent! Nathan understands that it is a small piece of magma spewed by the volcano, still burning. Dead coral. Rocks. Red black sand. Sand like volcano ashes, similar to chopped lead. Sand to the path near to the port. Captain saving. You saved Cap to the path near a lava creek. Among the smoking and glowing stones and pools of magma, the steep path climbs up the mountain, flanked by an incandescent lava creek. A strange red bird perches on a tall rock. You have descending narrow path. Crack on the east. There's a crack between the rocks. A twinkle signals that there's something inside it. Nathan tries to reach the hidden object. Nathan gets Vulcan steel. Wide crack. There's a crack between the rocks, but it's empty. Red bird. Tall rock. Under the rock there's a healing potion. Nathan reaches it. To the burned trees. The path climbs between a large patch of burned trees. Even when contorted, their dead trunks are taller than a man and create small strips of shadow where relief can be found from the searing sun. You have reached burned trees. Crack. There's a crack between the rocks, but it's empty. Burned tree. Another sign declaring that at a previous time the volcano was not active. Hand-shaped dead trunk. A creepy dead plant which resembles a human hand. Dead roots. Among the roots of a dead tree, a small red burning stream of magma. Among the hand, a creepy dead ground. The air is so hot that the ground appears deformed. The air is so hot that the ground... To the large terrain depression, to the pebble path, to the crater, to the path near a lava creek. You have... To the black sand beach. You have... You say cap to the port. To the path near a lava. You have to the black sand, to the burned trees. You have to the pebble, to the large terrain ground, to the large terrain depression. The path crosses a deep and vast basin full of gravel, soil, and weeds. Perhaps the rare rainwater accumulates here, allowing this unpleasant vegetation to grow. You have reached large terrain depression. Green weeds, brown weeds. Nathan looks inside the crack. A viper bites him right in the face. Green weeds. There are some green weeds between the rocks. These plants are banned in some kingdoms. There are some green weeds between... Crack in the ground. There's a narrow crack between the rocks, but it's empty. Crack among the gravel. Inside the crack, Nathan finds a healing potion. Yellow weed. Some yellow weeds, also known as oxalis. A good botanical knowledge can help even a mercenary. some yellow weeds, also known to the burned trees, green weed. To the burned trees, you have reached to the pebble park, to the large terrain, to the pebble. The path runs between high and irregular rock walls and is covered by large pebbles and is very difficult to climb. Also because of cracks and rocks of every shape and size along the ground. You have reached Pebble Path. Large crack. Nathan looks inside the crack. A viper bites him right in the face. Narrow crack. To the burned trees. You have to the path near a lava creek. You have to the black sand beach. You have Captain saving. You saved the game. Capt to the port. You have to the black sand beach. You have to the path near a lava creek. You have to the black sand, to the burned trees. You have to the crater, to the pebble path. You have large crack, narrow crack. There's a narrow crack between the rocks. A twinkle signals that there's something inside it. Nathan tries to reach the hidden object with the help of his sword. Nathan gets Vulcan steel, red stone, narrow crack. There's a narrow crack between the rocks, but it's empty. Red stone, a red stone. It looks painted. A red, large stone. Nathan looks under the large stone. A viper bites him right in the face. Wall. It is built with press the left arrow to load the last saved game. You have Captain Buzzard. To the port. To the path. Black sand. To the path near a lava creek. You have to the black sand beach. To the burned trees. You have to the path near a to the pebble path. To the pebble path. You have narrow red to the burned large narrow. There's a narrow red stone. A red large stone wall. It is built with no concrete or mortar, just rocks with complementary shapes, one on top of the other. It is built to the burned trees. You have reached to the path near a lava creek. To the black sand beach. You say to the port. To the path. You have reached to the to the burned trees. You have to the crater. To the pebble path. To the crater. The huge crater of the volcano. Inside it, a red glow penetrates where the fire is so strong that its light blinds. The rim is covered in black sand and rocks, many of them still burning. The air is unbreathable. You have crater. Nathan tries to get a deeper look in search of a piece of Vulcan iron. But the ground collapses, and he falls inside the volcano. Press the left arrow to load the lava. You have reached to the port, to the path near a lava creek. You have to the burned trees. You have to the crater. The huge crater of the volcano. Inside it, a red glow penetrates where the fire is so strong that its light blinds. The rim is covered in black sand and rocks, many of them still burning. The air is unbreathable. You have crater, eastern rim, western rim, columns of smoke, magma lapillus. To the western, to the large path, to the terrace, to the burned tree, crater, eastern rim. A deep rim slashes the terrain. A steady flux of gas escapes from the bottom. From the smell, it seems like sulfur. Western, eastern, a deep rim, western, a deep rim slashes the terrain. The bottom is full of incandescent rocks. A deep columns of smoke. Some dense columns of smoke peep out from the cracks in the terrain. It's real. Some dense columns of smoke peep out from the cracks in the terrain. It's really hard to breathe in here. Magma lapillus. A magma lapillus hits Nathan from behind. To the western sea cliff. To the large path, to the terrace. To the western sea cliff. The path narrowly climbs towards the cliff, and beyond it the view is completely filled by the sea till the horizon. The dark shape of a giant sea creature moves beneath the waters. You have reached western sea cliff. Crack on the left. There's a crack between the rocks. A twinkle signals that there's something inside it. Nathan tries to reach the hidden object. Nathan gets Vulcan steel. Crack on the right. Sea creature. Is it a whale? A kraken? Or a leviathan? Bet. Is it a whale? A kraken? Or a leviathan? Better to not find out. The sea. Blue like a gem. The huge ocean waves cross the sea, filling it with white brushstrokes. The smell of salt fills the air. Giant stone. The path continues on it, but it's impossible to continue due to the lava flows. The path to the crater. Crack on the left. To the crater. You have reached to the burned trees. You have reached to the path near a lava creek. To the crater. To the path near a lava. You have to the black sand beach. You have Captain say use cap to the port. To the path near a lava creek. You have to the black sand beach. To the burned trees. You have to the path to the crate to the pebble path. To the crater. You have to the burn to the western sea, to the large path. Here, the path is a large slope on the crest of the volcano, without walls beside it, but with quartz rocks of different colors. You have reached large path, white quartz. Under a big white quartz, Nathan finds a piece of Vulcan steel. To the crater. Giant blue quartz, white quartz, red quartz, purple quartz, pink, giant blue quartz. Nothing more than a huge amount of quartz rock. Nothing more than a huge... To the crater, pink. Inside the big pink quartz, Nathan finds a healing potion. Giant to the crater. You have reached to the burned tree, to the terrace. To the large path, to the terrace. A large volcanic rock natural plain, where the view of the sea is breathtaking. Across the sea and far on the horizon, covered by a white haze, the frosted mainland of the Ivy Queen. You have reached terrace. Crack. There's a crack between the rocks. A twinkle signals that there's something inside it. Nathan tries to reach the hidden object. Nathan gets Vulcan steel. Flimsy terrace wall. Floor. Ash heaps. Bramble. To the eastern sea cliff. To the vertical path. To the crater. You have to the burned trees. You have to the path near a lava creek. You have to the burned trees. To the black sand beach. You have save use cap to the port. To the path. You have to the tall. To the burned trees. You have to the crater. You have to the terrace. You have cracked. Flimsy terrace. Nathan tries to get a deeper look in search of a piece of Vulcan iron. But the ground collapses, and he falls. Floor. It is strangely plain, as if someone in the past. Press the left arrow to load the last saved game. You have reached to the port, to the path near a lava creek. You have to the burned trees. You have to the crater. You have to the terrace. You have cracked. Flimsy terrace wall. Floor. It is strangely plain, as if someone in the past made it flat. Probably before the volcano became active. This island was a beautiful place to stay in contemplation. It is ash heaps, some ashes. It's impossible to try to understand what they were before they burned. Some bramble, a tough, dark plant full of spikes. Some kind of strong life actually survives in this hell. A tough. To the eastern, a narrow rock terrace with 4 big and stark protuberances in the end. The shape of those rocks is reminiscent of the claws of the giant animal. Down below, the enormity of the sea. You have reached left claw rock. Nathan looks inside the rock. A viper bites him right in the face. Middle claw. Nathan, press the left arrow to load the last save. You have reached Black Sand Beach. To the port. To the path near a lava creek. You have to the Black Sand Beach. To the burned trees. You have to the path near a lava creek. To the crater. You have to the terrace. You have crack. There's a crack. There's a crack. Flimsy floor. It's ash. Some ashes. Bramble. To the eastern sea, a narrow rock terrace with 4 big and stark protuberances in the end. The shape of those rocks is reminiscent of the claws of the giant animal. Down below, the enormity of the sea. You have left, middle, right, claw, rock, back, rock. Someone must have hidden a potion behind this boulder, hoping that it would not be found. Not a genius. Dead bird, back rock. Yeah, definitely not a genius. Dead bird. A bird tried to protect its eggs in this hostile environment. Now it's dead, and the eggs have been devoured by the vipers. A bird. To the terrace. Dead back rock. Right claw. Nathan looks inside the rock. A viper bites him right in the face. Middle. Nathan looks in. Left. Nathan looks. Rest. You have reached to the port. To the path near a lava. You have to the burned trees. You have to the crater. You have to the terrace. You have to the crater. To the vert. To the east. Bramble. That's ash heaps. Floor. It is flimsy to crack. That to the eastern. Bramble. To the east, a narrow rock terrace with 4 big and stark protuberances in the end. The shape of those rocks is reminiscent of the claws of the giant animal. Down below, the enormity of the sea. You have mid-rock, back rock. Someone must. Yeah, right claw, back. Dead bird net. To the terrace. Dead. A bird. To the terrace. You have to the crater. You have to the burned trees. You have to the path near a lava. You have descend crack on the to the Black Sand Beach. You use captain to the path near a lava. You have to the burned trees. You have to the crater. You have crater. to the burned tree, to the terrace, to the terrace, to the large path, to the terrace. You have to the crater, to the vertical path, to the eastern, to the path is so steep it's almost vertical. Rocks as sharp as saw teeth are the only help when climbing. You have reached vertical path, to the terrace, ruined column, small crack. There's a narrow crack between the rocks, but it's empty. Wide crack. There's a narrow crack between the rocks, but it's empty. Deep crack. Wide. There's a narrow, deep, sharp rocks. Sharp rocks. Nathan wounds himself. Ruined column. A column broken in half. It's not a real ruin. It's a modern decoration that tries to imitate an old ruin. A column broken in half. It's not a real ruin. It's a modern decoration that tries to imitate an old ruin. Sometimes art is a strange affair. To the terrace. Deep crack. Nathan looks inside the crack. A viper bites him right in the face. Sharp root to the terrace. You have reached to the crater. Press the left arrow to load the last saved game. You have reached to the path near a lava creek. You have to the burned trees. You oak 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, nothing, nothing, 5, Vulcan steel. You opened a burn to the to the tall rock, to the burned trees. You have to the crater. You have to the burned tree, to the terrace, to the terrace. You to the vertical. The path is so steep it's almost vertical. Rocks as sharp as saw teeth are the only help when climbing. You have small crack. There's a narrow, wide crack. There's a narrow, small. There's a wide, deep, sharp rock. Sharp, ruined column. A column. To the terrace. You have to the crater. You have to the burned trees. You have to the path near a lava creek. You have descending to the black sand beach. You have you say cap to the port. You have reached port of to the craft district, to the square. You have to the port, to the crossroad temple. You have to the square, to the tree line of the floating stone, to the tree line of the willow. You have reached to the meadow. You have to the tree line, to the green hill, to the small river, snow, to the small river. You iron, to the rock to the meadow, to the giant willow tree. You have to the small river, to the stone circle, to the foggy meadow, to the entrance of the misty valley. You have to the foggy meadow, to the purple mists. You have mist, rock with tribal spears, misty portal. You have Winter Shaman. The Winter Shaman takes the sword from Nathan. With a magic word, he transforms the blade into liquid metal and fits the three materials inside the soul of the sword. With another magic word, the blade returns to a solid, but with a new red shine on the metal. Now Nathan holds the Frost Slayer sword. Purple portal. Winter Shaman. The Winter Shaman is meditating. It must be his way of fighting Kilius. Purple portal. You have reached mist, rock with tribal speed. Misty portal. To the entrance of the misty valley. You have saving save you to the grey mists. To the battle begins. Spirit of the mists, Enemies fast attack. Enemies heavy attack. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. 0. Damage suffered. That's victory! Nathan gets gold. 0. To the foggy meadow. To the purple. To the helmet. To the grey mists. You have to the entrance of the misty valley, to the dark mist, to the orange mist, rock with us, to the dark mist. You have to the grey mist, to the slopes of the crystal mountain. You have saved you to the beginning of the crystal path, to the patch gecko. Grey sky, gold or grey. The sky is covered with grey. Saving point to the dark, to the beginning of the to the patch of amoeba trees. You have amoeba burned. The battle begins. Spirit of the mists. Enemies fast attack. Enemies heavy attack. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. Nathan is defeated. That is the end of press the left arrow to load the last set. You have reached to the dark mist, to the beginning of the to the patch of amoeba tree. You have to the flying snowflakes, painting. The battle begins. Spirit of the mists. Enemies fast attack. Enemies heavy attack. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. 0. Damage suffered. At victory! Nathan gets gold. To the slopes, flying snowflakes. You have reached snowbank. Snow idol. Nathan puts the plant inside a clay bowl. The idol thanks him. In the distance, Nathan hears the sound of ice breaking and shaking. The idol tells Nathan he can go now. Little houses. Snow idol. The idol stands above all. What a jerk. Little writing on the cave painting, clay pulsing to the crystal bridge. The bridge is built with a geometrical interlocking of big crystal structures, finely decorated, and its central part is now regenerated with ice. The bridge leads to a strange geometrical ice building. You have reached the Crystal Bridge, an incredible architectural feat for the goblins. The snow idol fixed it. He is an unpleasant yet useful deity. Nathan, little house. Nathan looks down. Under the bridge, there's only the black little houses, tribal spear, to the snow, to the expansion, to the ice palace. A small square in front of a large square-shaped building, the ice palace. The only variation in its total regularity is the shining portal in the middle. You have reached saving point. You saved the game. Tribal spears. Helmet. Frozen bodies. Various warriors. Helmet. A helmet that resembles a tribal. Some spear. Sapphire. A totem carved from sapphire. Glass cubes. Nathan approaches the cubes that are flying chaotically. After a deep breath, he blows into the flute, which begins to vibrate. If Nathan does the same with the other portal, he could quickly travel through it. Nathan approached to the portal of the glass labyrinth, to the crystal bridge, saving point. You opened the menu. Well, You have saving point. Tribal spears. Some helmet. Frozen bodies. Various warriors frozen by kill. Sapphire totem. A totem carved from sapphire. It looks like it can be rotated. Glass cubes. Nathan approaches the cubes. To the portal of the glass portal is square-shaped and bordered with shining gems of many shapes and colors. Behind the glass portal, there's an empty space which seems endless, like a game of mirrors. You have reached Portal of the Glass Labyrinth. Frozen bodies, various ivy sword, an elegant broken spear, an sapphire door. The door is locked. To the Ice Palace. Frozen bodies. To the Ice Palace. You have reached to the Crystal Bridge. To the Portal of the Glass Labyrinth. Glass cubes. Sapphire totem. Glass to the Portal of the Glass Labyrinth. You have sapphire, a circular glass room. The walls distort everything visible outside. You have reached circular glass room. Frozen bodies, various warriors, ivy sword, an dragon helmet. A helmet. The battle begins. Crystal mantis. Enemies fast attack. Enemies heavy attack. Study enemy movements. The enemy's combo starts. Defend yourself. 0. Damage suffered. Attack. Victory. Nathan gets gold. 5. Nathan gains experience points. 800. Nathan increases his experience level. Press Frozen. Dragon helmet. Opal door. Ruby to the icy glass room. Opal door. The door is locked. Ruby door. The door is locked. To the icy glass. To the portal of the glass to the icy glass room. To the portal of the glass labyrinth. You have frozen. Ivy sword. Broken. Sapphire. To the ice palace. Sapphire door. You have frozen body. Ivy. Dragon. Opal. Ruby. The door is locked. Ruby. The door. To the icy glass. To the portal of the glass labyrinth. You have frozen. Ivy. Broken. Sapphire. To the ice palace. Sapphire. Broken. Sapphire door. You have reached to the portal to the icy glass room. This room looks like an ice cave, with irregular walls and opaque glass that looks like quartz. You have reached icy glass room. Frozen bodies. Various warriors. Ivy sword. An elegant dragon helmet. A glass staircase. Diamond door. Glass. A big hole blocks the glass staircase. No way to go forward. A big diamond door. The door is locked. The door is locked. Glass. A big hole blocks the glass staircase. No way to go forward. Nathan needs something to go down. Diamond to the circular glass. Frozen bodies. To the circular glass. You have reached to the portal of the glass labyrinth. You have to the ice palace. You have to the crystal. To the portal. Glass cubes. Sapphire. Glass. Sapphire totem. Glass to the portal of the glass labyrinth. You have to the ice palace. Sapphire door. To the ice. Frozen body. To broken spear. Sapphire door. You have reached to the portal of the glass. To the icy glass room. You have to the circular glass diamond door. The door is locked. Glass stair. A big hole blocked. To the circular frozen bodies. Various war. Ivy. An elk dragon. A helmet. Glass stair. A big hole. To the circular glass room. You have frozen body. Very ivy sword. An dragon helmet. A opal door. The door is locked. Ruby door. The door is locked. The door is locked. To the icy glass. Ruby door. To the portal of the glass labyrinth. You have to the ice. Sapphire. To the ice palace. Frozen. Ivy sword. Broken spear. Sapphire door. To the ice palace. You have saving point. You save tribal spears. Helmet. Frozen bodies. Sapphire totem. Glass. To the portal. Glass. Nathan approaches to the portal of the glass lab. You have frozen. Ivy. Broken. Sapphire door. You have frozen. Ivy. Dragon hell. Opal door. Ruby door. To the ice. To the portal of the glass. Frozen. Various. An elk. Dragon. A helm. Opal door. The door is locked. The door. To the icy glass room. You frozen. Ivy. Dragon helmet. A helmet that resembles the head of a dragon. Scary. Glass staircase. A big diamond door. The door is locked. To the circular glass. You have frozen. Ivy. Dragon. Opal. Ruby door. To the icy glass room. You have to the circular glass room. Diamond. To frozen body. To the circular you have to the portal of the glass. You have frozen. Ivy sword. Broken. Sapphire door. To the frozen body. To the ice palace. Sapphire door. Broken. To the ice palace. You have reached. Save. Use tribal spears. You. Welcome to Blind Quest.